and welcome to the Real Blessing Chukwu Show. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year in advance. I welcome you all again on the Real Blessing Chukwu Show. Today, we are going to be talking about those favorite dishes that we cook at this time of the year. And we do have a very special guest. She's been on our show before, and she's always going to be on our show. Her name is... Very special guest. She's been on our show before, and she's always going to be on our going to be in our show. So today we have Real Lillian Show, the Healthy Gist. Welcome to the show, Real Lillian. I'm so happy to have you to join us. So today, Miss is going to be telling us how to prepare those wonderful Christmas dishes. She is a go-getter, she is a movie producer, and she is a movie director also. And she is an actress, a talk show host. Today, she is cooking. She eats very healthy, and she's going to be telling us what we need to eat this Christmas season and still stay beautiful and very healthy. Welcome to the show, Miss Lillian Emefiele.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be on your show today. I'm right in my kitchen, as you guys can see. Thank you so much for having me. And Merry Christmas in advance to everybody. Happy New Year in advance.
In our show. So today we have Real Lillian Show, the Healthy Gist. Welcome.
All right.
Go ahead, Ms. Lillian. I'm sorry about that interruption. Go ahead and welcome back. Merry Christmas, everybody.
I've said thank you to everybody. I'm so glad to be here. Real Blessing Chukwu Show is an honor. I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
We are happy to have you. Very, very happy to have you. So today we're looking at those good Christmas dishes. You know, what kind of food we can eat this time of the year, you know, how to prepare them and how to make it quick and what is the advantages. Those are the things that we're going to be looking at today. So we have Miss Lillian to tell us what kind of dishes should we make this Christmas season. So Miss Lillian, we hand over to you to tell us what kind of dishes is good and right and healthy for this time of the year.
Thank you so much for having me. You know, Christmas time is like if you're in America where they do the Thanksgiving, people will say, people will say, I'm going to cheat. It's Thanksgiving. I'm going to eat turkey. Even if I don't eat meat, I'm going to eat this and that. The same thing with Christmas. So Christmas is a time where people celebrate. People cook all manner of dishes. Like where I come from. You know, Christmas Day, one of our main dish that we usually make is really not rice. That will amaze you. It's not rice. Back home then, we make really nice fufu with good soup, you know. But we're in a modern world right now where everybody go like, oh my God, this is what I want to eat. That's what I want to eat. So a lot of people go with what? Rice. So on Christmas Day, that's one of the conventional food a lot of people go with. So people are free to eat their rice on that day, eat whatever sauce they want to eat. But I try not to, for me, since I try to eat a little bit healthy, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to compromise with other people. I'm not going to tell you what I eat is what you eat. Because if you're asking me what I eat for Christmas, oh my God. A lot of people might not want to eat that. So basically, I want to show us some of the things. They're not like cooked, but I'll show us some of the ingredients, and maybe I'll come back again. I'll be showing us as we go on the segment.
Please do show us. Tell. We want to know the dishes. We want to know how to prepare them, and we want to know how to still keep fit while we are celebrating this season, because we eat so much in this season, so you're gonna show us how to eat, but to eat healthy, right?
Yes.
Okay, Here we go.
Exactly. I'm so happy you pointed that out. I was trying in myself not to be a little bit too rigid, because sometimes when we say the season is here, people can eat the way they want. A lot of people eat and abuse food. I always tell people you should eat when you're hungry. Don't just see food and begin to eat. I don't just see food and eat. When I wake up, if I'm not hungry, I take my juice and I drink my water. I'm just good to go. And I wait till I get hungry, because you're not just supposed to be eating when you're not hungry and just eat and be so full. So this season also the same thing. Let's try and eat healthy in as much as you're going to eat rice. Personally, there's a special rice that I like to eat a lot. All my friends, everybody knows. Wow. I like basmati rice. This is Carolina basmati.
What did you call it so that our audience can hear?
Basmati.
Oh, basmati rice. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Basmati rice is very tricky to cook, especially when you are just doing it for the first time. So it's not like the regular Uncle Ben's or regular Carolina that you just want to throw into the fire and get it boiled and wash it all over again. No. Basmati, when you want to cook this particular rice, you have to boil your water first. So when you boil your water first, you put like half spoon of olive oil or maybe butter or coconut oil, put it in that boiling water. Then you wash this, make sure the starch is off a little bit. Then you just put it straight ahead. But make sure you measure it, because it's tricky to cook. So like this particular bag now that I have, is like 2 pounds. These 2 pounds that I have, you don't have to put too much water. Maybe just 2 cups of water or 2.5 cups of water. Because when you put too much water, you're not going to enjoy it. So, and if you go to the Chinese restaurant to eat, this is the kind of rice they actually cook. They cook jasmine or they cook basmati. Because it's really nice. It's not too much carbohydrate. And it's tasty. So you can actually eat it without the sauce. Sometimes, I just eat it with butter. So you can eat it.
You eat it with what?
I just eat it with butter just like that. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So because it's tasty. So it's not like the regular rice. But if it's the regular rice you have by you, that's fine. At the same time, try to have a lot of vegetables inside your food this Christmas. Not just eating the rice bare, So have a lot of vegetables inside of them. And if you don't want to do rice, you want to do potato, it's fine. I personally like the sweet potato. This is the sweet potato. I boil mine. Some people like to fry their own. So any way that works for you. And also, you should be health conscious. So you have to look at your health to eat. I tell people, don't eat the food you're giving to your 5 years old, especially if you're in your 40s. Even if you're in your 30s.
Oh, wow.
It's not the food you're giving to your 5 years old that you are going to be eating. No. Their metabolism is like this. It works, it burns and all that. As you get older, you want to make sure that the way you eat is not like the way the children are eating anymore. So I like sweet potato, but I boil mine. I don't.
Yeah, so you're saying that we need to feed the children different from what we're eating, even the holiday season, because it's a general food at the holiday time. Everybody wants to eat the same thing. So why can't you feed them those kind of food?
No, like the holiday, I'm not saying eat different. Like when you make the rice, you should have your green beans, your different kind of vegetables, your carrots, your peels. You have everything there, your mushrooms. You have them on the table. They can pick what they want, but you know what you want to eat. So make sure that you add all those things into your rice while you are eating.
Yes.
And when you make your chicken, make the fish also. So you know that, it's a holiday time. If you want to cheat with chicken or whatever is good for you, it's fine. But after that, make sure that you go back to your proper eating style.
Yes. Okay.
But for potato, it doesn't matter the season. For the children, I can fry for them. But for me, I like to boil my own. I really don't enjoy too much of fried food like that. It's not even a question of eating healthy or not. Ordinarily, growing up, I don't enjoy fried food. It's like sugar. It's not because I'm eating healthy. That's why I don't take raw sugar. Right from my childhood, I don't know how to eat sugar. Isn't that amazing?
Wow, that is so nice. And we really don't need a lot of sugar,
I can't put sugar in my tea. I'm going to throw up. I can't put sugar in my tea, So it's as bad as that. I just don't. I didn't grow up doing that, So But
So
yeah,
that is something you're already used to, not eating a lot of sugar, and then that makes you to help you to build a better immune system, isn't it right?
well, yes, it does. It helps me also, and also it helped me not to be craving for too much of sugary,
Sweet stuff,
drinks
yeah.
outside. I'd rather make my own juices. And sometimes people will say, "Oh my God, the juice you're making, it has sugar," but don't forget, it's natural. It's all
Yeah.
nature. The sugar in carrot, the sugar in apple, like they say, an apple a day takes you away from the doctor. The sugar in apple, I mean, is natural, so you can never go wrong with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So
Thank you.
you're saying that what does sugar really? You need to let us know what sugar does to your body, because a lot of people pack this sugar because it's holiday season, and that is the time we add so much weight, and people are eating every sweet stuff they get in the market. They're not even actually reading to make sure that it's not the right thing to eat. So tell us, what does sugar do to your body? Because after all, this is Christmas season. We're supposed to eat and enjoy ourselves. So, what does sugar does to your body, so that people can know that sugar is really, really not too good for you?
Well, it's not a bad idea to, put sugar in whatever you're eating. But the thing, like, everything is moderation,
Yes.
because if you eat too much of sugar, let's say you have like a big giant gallon of soda, Coke, and Fanta, you're drinking it every day. I mean, the person is going to head up to having diabetes, which you don't want to happen. Even too much of the rice that we eat breaks down into sugar too, the carbohydrates. So all those things can add up, and everybody's body is different.
Yes.
So some people can eat like that and nothing is happening to them, and some people can just eat a little bit of that and there's so much problem to them. You understand? So that is why we must deliberately watch what we eat.
Yes, it's very important, isn't it?
And exactly. And I try to do my own cookies. Maybe before the show is over, I can show you some that I have as a leftover. Is almond cookies. I used almond flour to make it. I try to make my own cookies. Why? Because I want to know what is inside. So when you buy the regular cookies outside, I'm not saying it's bad, because I'm a digestive fan sometimes, digestive biscuit, but I'm not saying it is bad. There's a lot of sugar when you watch the way some of them are being made that are put inside. So everything should be done in moderation. You don't just go and eat and eat and eat and eat without balancing it with something that is healthy.
Exactly. So we have to eat, we can eat sugar, but in moderation, and it's not in everything that we eat. We have to put sugar. Okay, so now we've all heard that we can eat what we like, but everything in moderation, because this way it helps our metabolism, it helps our healthy system and everything to stay in shape and to stay okay even after the holiday is over. So we're not adding those pounds and saying, "Oh God, what will I do now?" So Miss Lillian, Healthy Gist Lady, you've always maintained your health anyways, and always look good, and always not eating too much. So now tell us, what kind of dish can we prepare this Christmas season that will make us not eat too much sugar and too much salt and too much all those things that will increase our fattening system to continue to grow? So tell us, what should we do?
Well, like I said earlier, one of the main dish for the Christmas in a lot of household, whether Africans or international, it depends on wherever they come from. Basically, it's gonna be rice or pasta. A lot of people do that, or chicken. And for the people who eat beef, they're gonna do beef and all that. For me and my household, we do more of fish. But another thing I'm planning to do by the side, because I don't want to say because I don't eat some things and I'm not going to prepare things for them in the house, I'm going to make gizzard and add a little bit of shrimp and maybe just few seafood here and there. Make a kebab.
Yes.
So kebab simply means like the suya, what we call suya in our place. Add some onions and all that. Put some scallops. I'm going to put them in a
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
awesome.
kebab for my husband because he likes it. So I don't want to say.
I like that. I think you should come to my house and make some of that.
No problem. I'm ready. So I don't want to stab him to say, okay, because I'm not eating those things, I won't make it. So I'm actually planning to make, those things
Wow.
are, on the stick for him so that he can have them as a side, side to eat his rice and all that stuff. So apart from that, also dessert is important. For starter, not everybody does starter. You know that where you and I come from, we don't know what is starter. We just go to the main food.
I know, right?
If you have
just go to the real deal.
Yeah, you have been abroad for a while. Now you begin to look at, okay, I think there should be a starter. If you want to, for me, I like if there is a plain soup. I like to do a plain soup.
Yes.
Whether it's a plain tomato soup or a plain mushroom soup or onion soup, I like that. If there's nothing like that, I like to go with my juice first to open my stomach in the morning. So I put my juice, or just a simple lemon and warm water just to open your stomach. So when you do that as a starter for that day, then family main food, everybody comes to the dining table to do the main dish. You have all those things lined up, your veggies and your fish or your broiled chicken and all that. You put them on the table for everybody. Then you have your dessert. So for dessert, which you and I know too, where we come from, we know they do dessert matter. But these days, people are changing. A lot of people are changing. People travel abroad a lot. So now they recognize the need for a dessert. So for me, usually, if I have to have a dessert, I always stay like an hour after I eat before I do my own dessert. I don't eat it instantly. So what I take for my dessert, usually, I do blueberries and a little bit of yogurt. So I prefer to go with this coconut milk yogurt alternative. I don't know if you can see it here. It's so delicious. It's called So.
Wow.
So delicious.
What is it called?
So you can see it here. So delicious. Yeah. So that's
coconut.
Yeah. So I use that inside my blueberries. Here's my blueberries. I love blueberries. I don't put my blueberries in my smoothie because it gets too thick. So I prefer to eat my blueberries like that.
Is that frozen? That looks frozen.
No. It's regular.
Okay, it's fresh. Okay.
Yeah, fresh.
Okay.
Yeah. So I prefer to eat my blueberries like that. I put a little bit of yogurt to serve as my dessert, Yeah. So I really like this yogurt because it's dairy free for those of you. And if I don't use this, I use my Activia. Activia is very good for you too. And I always like don't laugh at what I'm going to say. I always like the prawn Activia because it helps to regulate your bowels. So it makes
you
so I like the prawn one. I like to use the prawn. So, but Activia is one thing because it has billions of live and active probiotics. So if I don't have my I go for my Activia. So on this, so I really like this.
And this is for the dessert, isn't it? This is for the dessert.
Because sometimes some people have maybe cake. Some people have cake, dessert, and all that.
Yes. Can I just take a minute to welcome people to the show? I want to welcome Mr. Hilary Akona. Welcome to the show. I want to welcome Gloria Obioma to the show. I want to welcome Mirabel TV is on the show. Welcome Mirabel TV. Yeah. We are talking about living and eating your favorite dishes in this Christmas season and staying healthy, not just eating, but eating healthy at the same time. Welcome to the show. Go ahead, Miss Lillian.
Yeah, so for my dessert, or even just a regular snack, but like I said earlier, you don't just eat because you have so much food in the house. You should eat when you're hungry. If you're not hungry, drink water. You don't just have to keep eating. Oh my God, food inside the fridge.
So you put those food are on the table. Are you telling us not to eat in this Christmas season when there is so much food on the table?
Definitely eat everything on the table. That's fine for Christmas. It's good. Yeah. I'm not saying ordinarily, Then for dessert or just something to snack on, I want to go to my blueberries. My blueberries and my yogurt, put it together. It's very delicious. I mean, you can't get anything more than that. It's so nice. Then let's talk about breakfast on Christmas morning. Breakfast for Christmas morning. So everybody is different, whatever they want to eat for breakfast. But a very nice piece of toast and a peanut butter.
But I mean, as a healthy person,
yes,
what do you recommend? Is it like, some people say I just eat yogurt. Some people say I just eat a bit of a very little slice of toast, or I just eat whatever I want. So what do you recommend? Because we're telling people to eat healthy here. What do you recommend that people should eat, for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, and what time to eat them?
If you want me to recommend breakfast for you, a lot of people are going to be crying and say no. So that's why I'm trying to be very generous, But like I said, you have to look at your body. Let's say you, the mama in the house and papa in the house, you want to eat breakfast. It doesn't matter if it's holiday. It's fine. If it's holiday, if you have your cholesterol is not on the roof and your cholesterol is good, why not? Put egg on the fire, make a little scrambled egg, nice omelette, put a little mozzarella. I love this mozzarella is actually plant-based and is also SO product, SO product. So delicious. You can get them in any of these stores, So sprinkle a little bit of this cheese. What I do sometimes, I eat the cheese alone like that, actually, because it's all plant-based, so I enjoy it. But if you don't have any issues, yeah, that's fine. Sprinkle a little bit of cheese on your omelette and all that. Put a little, one piece or two pieces of toast together and a cup of tea. Enjoy the deliciousness, for breakfast. Lunchtime, bring the family together to eat what you want to eat,
Yeah. And okay, like in these days, a lot of people work, they're not home for lunchtime. Isn't it when we now eat everything that we see on the road and everything we can pick up on? So what is like the best thing to eat for lunch, even if you're on the go, you're at work, or you're not home at lunchtime? Most of the time, people eat together in dinner time, not really lunch or breakfast, because everybody's on the run.
Well, like I tell some of my friends, sometimes we just give that lame excuse to not eat right. If you look at yourself and look at your age, I say the moment you're over 30, 35, make it a conscious effort to start eating healthy. So if you don't make it a conscious effort to start eating healthy, you're going to run into problems. And I tell people you might not be privileged like myself, because sometimes some people just have a little bit of, and they're dead. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes you're fortunate to be alive. So I tell people when you're over 30, 35, make it a conscious effort. So now you're going to work. I go to work. When I'm going to work, I throw this in my bag. I have a lunch bag. Throw your yogurt in your bag. Put your blueberries or strawberries. Put them in a, your lunch plate, smaller lunch dish. Put it there. I can show you some of my lunch dishes. Samples,
Okay, let's see that. We're gonna be looking at her lunch dish so that we know.
Your peanuts, you put your peanuts, your peanuts or walnuts or almond nuts, put it in a little bowl like this. Now put your blueberries or whatever you have here, or maybe your cereal. It depends on what you want to eat, and you just put it in your car, so you don't have an excuse to say I'm jumping into somewhere to eat something that is not healthy, But even if you want to jump in somewhere to eat something, ask for salad, ask for something. Look for. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but at least 80% of the time, try as much as you can. You're not going to say Monday to Friday.
Salad is light while you're working, so you don't even fall asleep or just get tired easily. Yes. Salad is like when you eat it, you can still be able to move around and still burn the fat and everything that is in there. Yes, I agree with that.
It's all vegetables. Salad is all vegetables, plant-based, or leafy greens, maybe kale, spinach, and all that, beets, everything that is inside. So it's healthy. You can go there, but at the same time, if you're somebody who go to work Monday to Friday like I do, you want to save some money. You don't want to just go and be buying food every day. Personally, I don't really like it that way, and I'm very choosy. So some of the restaurants that I like to go get my food definitely will be far from my place of work. So
I definitely agree with, taking your food to work. It saves you money. It makes you know what you're really eating because you prepared it. No matter what it is, you made that food. Even if you're going to take something with carbohydrate or fat, at least you know the quantity, you're portioning it. You know what it was prepared with. Exactly. Banana is very, very good. I love banana.
Into your lunch bag, just throw it in there, which is good. You just throw
Yes.
it also helps.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Those are very healthy information.
Salad. Yeah, make tuna salad also.
Wow. Wow. So tuna salad, you recommend that? That's good. Like make like a
personally.
What kind of bread are we looking for? What kind of bread is the best bread? Because there's all kinds of bread. Doesn't mean it's good with the the tuna sandwich or whatever sandwich that you make.
Well, not let people go say, hey, you guys want to kill us. I mean, like I said, staying healthy depends on the individual, your age, and what your health situation is. And if you want to keep living healthy, even if you don't have an issue. So when it comes to tuna, I like the white abacock. That's what I use, and it's salt-free, no salt added. So I like the Blue Harbor white abacock. I don't eat it all the time. So it's not something that I do maybe once in a month or once in 2 months if I have to make a tuna sandwich. But I go with, there's oatmeal bread. You can get an oatmeal bread. You can get rye bread. There's so many good bread you can do if you're a bread person. I'm not really too much of a bread person. So most of the time I do my tuna salad and I put it on my pancake, homemade pancake. So I make my own pancake with oatmeal. So I do that and just put it inside and make a sandwich out of it.
Wow, that is very informative and very healthy. I like that. I'm going to try to do that too, because I think sometimes I just kind of eat a little bit and take a little bit. So I need to really kind of learn I eat the salad a lot too. I do when I'm at work. I'm not somebody that like to eat heavy when I'm at work because I'm all over the place, and at work, I'm always like, doing so much and running around and all that. So I try not to eat healthy so I don't get tired and fall asleep, But salad is definitely, I love it. It's good for me. So now you told us why this kind of food. Now we want to know, how healthy are these food? It's one thing to be this kind of food and we feel that we are losing weight. How healthy are they? Are they organic or they are not?
Oh, they're so healthy, very, very healthy. We talked about like the vegan cheese that I told you. They're all made from plant-based, and also banana, like we know, has a lot of potassium. So green beans, if you're adding it to your rice, they all have a lot of vitamins, from A, B, C, K, E, so many of them. And like this one now, the coconut milk, the yogurt I showed us, that doesn't mean other yogurts are not nice. It depends on people's preference. But when you really want to stay healthy, then you have to follow some of these, you have to follow some of this style. So they have a lot of vitamins inside of them, just like avocado. Avocado has a higher potassium that you can get in banana. So avocado is very rich, has natural oils. So it's full of vitamins and so many things inside of them. Fish has omega. So if you're the type who is switching from meat to fish like I did, has a lot of omega-3, 6 fatty acids, inside. So there's so many enormous vitamins inside that the body needs, that you have to eat. And if you want to supplement with your vitamins, that's fine. But when you are eating these things also, it's a lot that you're taking in. So you don't fall sick. It builds your immune system for you. It helps your bone, because as you get older, all these things are going down because, as we get older, our metabolism gets slower and your bone gets a little bit weaker. So what do? You have to eat healthy to make sure that you keep them strong. So it helps a lot. And there's an amazing
very healthy.
Yeah, there's an amazing fruit I'm going to show to us also that I use for cocktail. So when you
wow, can you show us that? That would be great. Some people just do the cocktail and they just forget it and they are full. Those kind of things fills you up, isn't it?
Exactly. I use it for cocktail, or juice it out like that and just drink it, and it's amazing. It has anti-cancer, elements inside. It's very good for men's prostate. If the men, give it to your spouse, give it to your boyfriend or whoever that's around you then, it's good for women.
Give it to your husband.
Yeah.
Encourage them to eat healthy. Yes.
Exactly. Very important. I tell people when
we all know that men like to eat a lot, right? They love to eat. Women, sometimes we're not so much a big eater, but I eat a lot of leftover in my house. Everybody eats, and those leftovers can make you really go woo.
Of course. You have to eat leftovers. Definitely. I do.
And also, it's good to exercise no matter what you eat, isn't it?
Well, if you are not moving, the person will be dead. So definitely, as much as you eat all these things, you have to incorporate a little bit of movement into it. So it's whether you are jumping, you're not jumping, you can take a walk 1 or 2 miles if the weather is very good. If you can't do that, do a little bit of weightlifting inside your house, or you can buy those rubber bands, stuff, things that you can use, so definitely exercise is another key thing. Maybe we'll come to that, as we progress, but definitely is
that would be great. That would be great. Thank you, Miss Lillian Emefiele. That's very, very good, very educative, and very important that we know all these things really will help us knowing what to eat. And then another thing is that a lot of people say, I don't know what time to eat. They say, oh, you're eating at the wrong time. What is a wrong time and a right time to eat? It's very, very important that people know these things, so they're not eating at the wrong time, because all these things too add to your system and kind of, so tell us, what are the right times, either breakfast, lunch, or dinner? What are the right time to eat?
Like everybody's body is different. And personally, I've discovered now that before I used to eat late, I could eat anytime. So I'm not a saint. So that's why when I talk to people, I just say, I'm encouraging you, because I've been there. I used to eat late. It wasn't a problem. But now that I switched, I started, I eat my meals between, at least, I'm not a morning eater. So I like to do my juice and all that stuff, or maybe take my morning shot. So not be a gogoro. So what I do for my morning shot is actually a simple, ginger. I just juice out ginger like this, and I'll show you lemon and turmeric. So we all know turmeric stick I have in the fridge, just there. So when I juice it out, I take a little glass and I just take a little shot in the morning. So it kind of clears and opens my stomach. So but normally people should eat between like 7 to 7 is good. At least the reason is that after that 7, your food is able to digest till 9 o'clock or 10 before you go to bed. The other day I tried, I was very hungry. Oh my God, I cheated. I was very hungry and I ate a toast late in the night, and it gave me a lot of gas, and it was so painful, So because my stomach got accustomed to like eating early in the evenings by 5
a certain time, yeah.
So
you want to maintain the same certain time that you eat. If you eat at 7, try to eat at 7 every time, maybe later 7:30 in case you were busy, so that way you keep everything in place and everything will function normally. Oh, wow. That is awesome. Awesome. Thank you. So now we're going to look at the dishes that we can cook for Christmas Day. So it's Christmas, a lot of people make turkey, they make rice, for our own case, they make chicken, goat, all kinds of food. And, sometimes, Miss Lillian, I see some people's table, there is so much food. I don't have appetite anymore when I look at those tables. Because they have so much food. I mean, I'm the type of person, I really don't like to cook anyways, you know what I mean? But looking at a table with rice, with beans, with yam, with potato, with chicken, with fried yam, everything on the table. And I'm like, I will not be able to eat. I don't like food like that. It makes me eat the wrong food even when I look at food like that. So what can we make, in this season and make it light so that people will eat it and we don't have so much to waste? We waste so much food during this time of the season because we cook too much.
Well,
so tell us.
people waste a lot of food. Personally, I don't waste food. Like I said, I have a principle that what I'm not going to use like within a week or two, I don't buy it. So I'm not the type of person who just go and you come to my refrigerator and I just stuff everything that I don't need. So I like to buy what I need in a week or two. That's how I do mine, so that I don't waste the food, because I personally am like you, I don't like waste. So this Christmas, what I will encourage people to do is cook the main dish a little bit smaller and surround yourself with the healthy things, the fruits and the vegetables, because you can never go wrong with them. So instead of cooking a big pile of meat and all that stuff and putting them on the table for people to eat and start sleeping, put a lot of fruits and veggies so that they can dig into it if they have a leftover. And when you eat it, you feel very light and healthy. So it depends on individual families and what they want to do this Christmas. But I would just encourage people to eat healthy, stay healthy, and don't eat to the extent that you're so full and you can do anything. So why punish yourself? I see that as punishment. So I want to put my food on my table on that day, less of the rice and all those fish, but more of the veggies and the fruits and, fruit cocktails and all that I can drink, and I still see myself being refreshed and all that.
Yes, I agree completely, because a lot of food really throw my appetite out and I don't like to eat. So now tell us, how can you preserve the leftovers? Like instead of throwing them away, say I'm somebody like you just said, we don't like to waste food. I like to take what I can finish and finish it. But my kids and my husband, they take and then they leave it. And because I don't want to waste it, I eat it. So I know that we have the freezer to preserve. We have the freezer to preserve. How do we preserve those leftover food so that we can still go back and eat it instead of wasting it? Tell us, how do we preserve it?
Well, it depends on what you have. So normally when you have rice and it's leftover, you put it in the refrigerator. Make sure you have a sealed, tight container that is really tight, sealed, tight container. Like this one, came like in different sizes. So put them in a sealed container and put them in your refrigerator, and you can eat them the next day. There is no need throwing them away. I hardly want to throw anything away, So what I do is I make sure that I wrap them up together. Even if it's banana, let's say this one banana now, I can't finish it. What I do when I take it, I cut it. The remaining one, I just wrap it up with, the nylon thing. I wrap it up and put it there in the pantry. So I make sure I go back to it to eat it. There's no need throwing food away because a lot of people are hungry. So and what you guys can eat within a day or two, so you don't go throwing them away. Because when there's too much food and people don't eat it, then you begin to throw them away. Then that's waste and abuse. It's not right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that we should kind of freeze some of the food too.
It depends on what you have.
Those that can be preserved in the
freezer. If it's too much, you can freeze them, throw them into the freezer so that you can have them, freeze, and you can bring them out again and eat them. I know some of the men, they don't like to eat leftovers. A lot of them don't do.
Yeah, they don't.
So but me, I eat it. I don't like to waste it. Even like I started my yogurt.
I freeze it.
Yesterday and I didn't finish it. It's still in my fridge. I'm going to finish it today.
Exactly. And I believe that the food that you preserve, if you preserve it well by the right container, there are some containers that doesn't have air or that take in air or take out air. You can use those kind of container. Yes, like that type. Yes. I have few of that. And then, you use it to put the food in the freezer in small portion and then leave it there. And I know that, tell me if I'm wrong, you can leave food in the freezer for like 6 months and it's still good. Is that correct?
It depends on the food. If you make it, it depends on the kind of food, because when the food stays too long, sometimes it can lose the taste. So I wouldn't want to cook a soup that I will eat in the next 6 months. That's crazy.
Oh no, that would be too much.
It depends. But if you are the type that goes to the market and you have like big, box of fish and all that, and you buy like 5, you have to look at the expiration date too. When is it expired? If it's expiring in the next 1 year or 2 years, you can throw them actually in the freezer and eat them gradually, But like I said, I don't know. That's why the pandemic, when it came, it was like, I was like, oh my God, Lillian, I'm not the type that will go and buy so much of food and just keep that.
Yeah,
Unless
we don't freeze everything. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mirabel family.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
It's midnight.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. We love you too. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. And if we don't see you, have a great Christmas. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, okay. So now the next question is, after the holidays is over, you know, a lot of people do make, you know, a resolution. I am going to lose weight. How can we maintain that really? I really like to know, because it is so important that we know how to maintain what we say we are going to do. Even though we've added so much weight, we've added so much stuff in our body during the season and accumulative of the whole year, you know, how do we maintain that? So my question now goes that this food, are they everyday food, or is this just for the holiday? You know, because if you're eating like this all the time, not just for the holiday, I'm sure it's going to help you to progress. So tell us about that. How do we get out of that resolution that we never keep anyways?
You know, that resolutions in Wahala is a big problem for a lot of people. Personally, I used to be in that boat. So like, oh my God, I am going to, in fact, January starting, I'll make sure that I'll be in the gym every minute and I'm not going to eat this. That was before. But what I have seen is that when I made a conscious effort to start eating the way I eat now, I tell other people it's a conscious effort. You have to make it to say, okay, you know what? I'm not making no resolution. This is how I want to be eating. So it's not a question of, oh, January, I want to lose weight before March. You're going to crash. So don't give yourself any target. Just say, I'm going to start with baby steps. If you're the type that used to eat a rice that is, you know, this bowl before, cut it into half.
Yes, I agree.
Start from there. Put in some vegetables that you like. You know, in our community, because we didn't grow up, some people didn't grow up like that, you know, because I mean, there's still some people in our community that grew up eating a lot of vegetables. So some people didn't grow up like that. So they're not really used to it. So, but cut down, if you used to eat a big bowl of rice like this, cut it down. If your fufu level used to be a big bowl like this, cut it like half. So you start from there, baby steps. Don't just say, I'm not going to eat anything anymore. I just want to drink juice in this 1 month continuous. You're going to flop. Definitely. There's no way you go flunk now. You're not going to go anywhere. You know, so when you start doing that, now you make it your everyday kind of food. I'm not going to say because it's Christmas, I'm not going to go to the butcher store and buy cow meat and cook in my house. No, I'm not going to do that because I don't eat meat. You understand? So when you do that, it masters your body. And now, whether there is holiday or no holiday, you begin to eat. Thank you so much. Thank you. Comment.
Thank you, Miss Joy. Thank you so much. You say hello, host. You say, I love your show. Very educative. Thank you, Miss Lillian. You're really, really educating the people. They're very, very excited about what you're saying. You know, they say, oh, I love it. And, you know, some people say, oh, I love the food. Hold on.
Thank you. You know, so
thank you everybody for your comment. Thank you for coming and making comments. Yeah, we're talking about eating healthy. So today, welcome Miss Joy. We've been talking about how to eat healthy, especially in this Christmas season, and the best food to make this season. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's a conscious effort, you know, but start baby steps. Don't wait till January. Start now. You know, if you are the type that, you know, the way we were brought up, we you know, some people wake up to eat eba, especially when it's a sweet of You'll be dreaming of your
Why
brother.
is so cold in the morning?
You'll be
Yes.
drinking of your
Welcome,
brother.
Miss Rookie Healthy Zone. Welcome. Today
Yeah.
we are talking about eating healthy this Christmas season with Lillian Emefiele. She is a healthy gist. She is a host. She is a producer. She is a movie director. So she's telling us today how to eat healthy in this Christmas season. She wears a lot of hats. So welcome, Miss Rookie. Go ahead, Miss Lillian Emefiele. We're enjoying this show.
Yeah, so it's very important to still do the same thing. You can eat whatever you want to eat, but make it healthy. You know, and like I said earlier in the show, even after the Christmas, it is not what you're giving to your 10-year-old that you, a mother of 40, 45, 50, should be eating. So you can't feed them, because the children can eat, you know, you can make them a big burger, put their beef inside or their chicken and all that. You are not going to sit down and settle for the same thing. You have to eat or make it different and make it healthy and make it a little bit, you know, not too much, so that, you know, so it just the individual that I would say, you know, and don't make any New Year resolution. Why I say that is
that you won't be able to keep.
Exactly. People don't keep it. So why make it? You know, start baby steps first. Yeah. You know,
that is so important. So important. We need to learn. You
and
know,
there is something I didn't show you. I also do couscous.
Okay, tell us. You were gonna tell us how to eat the.
I have a cocktail. I'm going to show you.
Okay,
so
yeah,
the couscous in place of my rice. If I'm not going to eat my rice, I do couscous. This is pear couscous. You know, it's a rice select. So
what do you call it? Couscous?
Couscous, yeah, pear couscous.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's so light, and you know, it's rich in vitamins, and the calorie is very low. So even when you have a plate full of this and you eat it, it's really very light. It doesn't have a lot of calories. That's one good thing about couscous, you know, and you can eat it with anything. Your tomato sauce, you know, just fish, just butter. You can eat it with anything, you know. I know the journey is not easy to stay healthy. For those of us that are watching me, it's not easy to stay healthy, but you just start with baby steps. Start somewhere. You don't have to beat yourself and say, oh my God, how am I going to do it? Just start somewhere. I'm going to show us the fruit that I talked about that these few days, I just started making it like one of my good cocktails to go to, you know, or my early morning kind of juice to work. Is really very good for the body. It's anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, especially for men's prostate and the breast cancer is amazing. You know, research has shown that even people who are in treatment, when they started it, drinking it, there was significant improvement in them. So it's really very good for the body, and it's called pomegranate.
Oh, wow. So show us. We like to know these things. Very important that we know these things. Is very, very important. You know, today we're just learning, you know, how to eat healthy and how to keep ourselves healthy in this season, even after the season. Okay, so how do you're gonna tell us how to prepare some of these things?
Yeah, the only downside of the pomegranate is that it's expensive, but you can do it once or twice a week. That's okay. You know, it's pricey. If you can't even buy this one, you can get the juice, you know, from these Whole Food stores, because sometimes when you go to the Whole Food store and get some of this pomegranate juice, some of them don't have sugar, so it's good. But I like to get my things very fresh sometimes, you know, because I feel I have the time. So you can actually dig deep into it with your straw and drink from it, or you can make the juice. It's very easy. What you need are the seeds inside. You are not the body.
Oh.
So you open it. I'll show us how to open it, but you can dig into it like this and drink.
Okay, so it's very juicy, isn't it? It's very juicy when you drink it.
Yeah. Press it together and drink, right? If you don't want to do that, I'll show us how to cut it. Let me take a little sip again. I'll show us how to cut it.
Because you're so used to it, so you know how to do that.
Yeah. So you bring that, put in your blender and juice it out, strain it out, and oh my God.
So do you take out the skin, or the skin is part of the nutrient?
You take off the skin. You take off the skin. You don't blend the skin.
Okay.
The skin. Yes.
And then you blend the seed, right?
The seed, yes. There's actually a name for it. Oh, all this Oyibo English name too plenty, say. Okay, so, and it's very tricky. So if you can just cut off like this place that looks like a navel, you can cut it off first, cut it off,
I hope we're all learning how to eat healthy and stay healthy.
You can add celery to it if you want. Like we know celery is very good for blood pressure. It regulates your blood sugar level. So you can add celery to it if you want to, because it's very expensive.
Wow.
So you just cut it like into 4 circles and remove it. I'll show you how the inside looks, and then on my channel,
it looks like an apple too. When you look at it in the store,
exactly.
It looks like apple.
Exactly.
And so when can you eat this? Is it like in the morning or in the evening?
Some people just put this in their mouth and take like that. It has a little seed inside.
So you eat the seed, right?
Well, to me, I don't eat it like this. I make sure that I juice it out. But some people do that. They throw it in their salad and they eat it. It's fine also if you want to do that. You can eat everything inside the seed, but not the skin. So you bring everything out. Yeah, and so once you cut it, sometimes if you press it really hard, you see how the juice is falling?
Yes.
The blood, yeah.
Yummy, huh? So is it better to drink in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, or any time is good?
Well, to me, I do most of my juices in the morning because the reason is that when you juice, actually, it goes straight into your bloodstream to work, and also your stomach is empty. So it kind of goes in, sends in all the vitamins and everything to go into your body and work what it's supposed to do. So, yeah, that doesn't mean if you have your juice in the afternoon, it's icy cold and you want to drink it, you can also drink it. But at night, the reason why I don't do too much of juice at night, sometimes I do celery. The thing is, you might stay too much awake going to the bathroom to pee. Rushing. So it's good to drink them in the morning so you have everything going out of your body instead of doing it at night and you'll be waking up to go and pee every minute. So that's another thing, So because
you'll be going out to get everything out.
Exactly. And it's filtering out all the toxins. So you're going to go to the bathroom all the time. So it's good to do it in the morning time.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. It's good to have it in the morning so that by evening, everything is out of your system.
Unless you're having, you are doing like a juice cleansing that you have to drink morning and evening, then you only eat in the afternoon. Maybe that's a topic for another day. Because if you're doing your juice cleansing, you're not eating too much. So you want to make sure that you're eating all the nutrients and all the vitamins through the juicing that you're doing or smoothie. I'm not a big smoothie fan, even if I do it for people, but I like to juice and it goes straight into the body. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's really nice. Very educative. Very important that we know these things. Everybody, we're talking about eating healthy about this Christmas season, and knowing how to preserve what we left over and knowing how to cook small portions. So you're gonna show us how to cook something like if it's the rice or the meat or fish, whatever you prepare for the day. You have to show us something. We have to see something so we know how to.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to do the rice now, but I have my fish that I'm browning. So
good. I love fish. That's one of my favorite.
So usually I like to brown my fish. So when you look at your oven, there is a bake and the brown. So I like the brown because it doesn't make your whole house smell, and also it kind of brings your fish kind of moist. When you brown your fish, you can eat it just like that. It comes out very soft and nice and moist, and it just have this kind of flavor that is very delicious. Especially if you want to do a fish time in the house with your family and all that. You just have a whole fish, season it with everything that you want, and just roll it and brown it. It's amazing. Bring it before the family. It's crazily nice. But I'm gonna show you this one. I want to use it to make my tomato sauce later, but it's been browning for a while, so I'm going to bring it out and show to us and maybe have one pieces and show you how I munch it.
Okay, show us, show us. We can't wait. We have to eat with you too, though. So everybody, we're talking about eating healthy in this Christmas season. We are with Lillian, Healthy Gist. So she's telling us how to eat healthy and stay healthy, especially this Christmas season. I am so excited, and I want to say thank you, all my viewers, for joining us today on Facebook, on YouTube. Thank you so much. Oh my God, look at the fish. Already, did you already roast this, or did you already getting it ready to go in the oven?
Oh my God, it's so cooked. It's browning.
Oh wow. Oh wow. So how long do you cook this for? Does it have a particular time?
No, it depends on what you want to prepare. Like I said, if you just want to eat the fish like that, you can put a timer for an hour, for 5 minutes, or if you're going to put it in your sauce, your stew sauce, you can actually do that. Like this one I'm going to show you is actually cooked, but I still like it to brown more, a little bit more, because I'm going to be using it for the stew so that it won't break when you put it inside the soup. So normally when I'm going to eat it ordinarily like this,
yes,
don't let it cook too much. I just because I want to taste that softness and that the way
Wow, that's really nice. That looks juicy anyway. Oh my God, it looks like kind of brownish, toasted kind of. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at what Paul say. Paul say, love this. It is important to know I waste a lot of food and don't like it.
Yes.
You see, it's important to know maybe how to cook little and portion little. So Paul, thank you, Paul. Yes, we're talking about how to preserve our food and not just throw it away, either by cooking little or finding the right dishes to save it for another day. Thank you and welcome to the show.
So you can see the fish is ready to be
eaten. Wow.
So I browned it. I didn't bake it. So when you bake it, it gets a little stronger. But if something you're going to eat and chew, put on the table to serve people, you don't have to bake it. So you don't want it to get too strong. I'm going to show you how the inside of the fish looks. Can you see?
Oh my God. Ooh, it looks juicy.
So what I'm going to do is put my I just put a little bit of hot sauce on top.
Yeah, I love hot spicy food too.
God.
You know what I make with the fish? The fish, I cut it and I make it like pepper soup. Like those home pepper soup kind of stuff. You put the oziza, the oda kind of thing, those little seeds from home, and just cook it and put pepper. I love pepper. Everything I eat have to be spicy, So and I'll just put it and add it. Oh my God, you make us hungry now. Isn't that delicious? That looks delicious. So fish is a good food to cook this time of the season. Just bake it, cut it into so that people can actually take one and finish it. It's not like when you make so much food and put on the table, people will not be able to know what to eat. Exactly. I think it's always good, even if you cooked a lot of food, don't put everything on the table at the same time. Because if I see that kind of food, I lose appetite and I'll just eat the wrong thing. Because there is just so much food and I don't know what to eat. But I think if you bring out the fish, maybe some people are fish people, some people are meat people. Bring one fish, one meat. Then everybody will choose what they like and eat. Then if they want more, you can then bring up more. But don't put everything on the table. A lot of people lose appetite that way. I understand. I mean, this fish looks so delicious. You have to package me some.
No problem.
Okay, so now, but what do you eat with this fish? You can't just make fish and eat it like that without rice or beans or yam or something. What is best to eat with this fish? We need that kind of side dish on that beans, on that fish to eat with.
Well, that's the funny thing. Like I said earlier, well, I don't like to tell people this the way I eat because it's going to scare them and just push them away.
No, but what kind of dish will be best for the fish?
So this kind of fish that you have browned, like this, you can have a sauteed kale and collard green spinach and just put it by the side and eat it like that. It's a full meal.
Okay.
It's a full meal. Or you can have your rice, maybe just a little scoop of rice and put it by the side. That's a good meal also, you know. So
Okay.
it's not that you have to put the fish and put so much rice or fufu by the corner. No. If you broil the fish, even if you
Yes.
make fish as a full meal on its own like that, put some mushrooms and just put some vegetables that you boil and put them by the side. You can have it, or you can eat it like this. It's delicious.
Oh,
It's nice.
wow.
You can eat it like
See,
that.
the time flies so hard.
Yeah.
The time flies so much, but you know, we've been really, really educated on this,
Thank you so much.
you
Yeah.
know, Christmas dishes and holiday cooking, you know, from how to cook it, the right thing to cook and the right thing to eat, and how to preserve it if we have to preserve it, and not cooking so much, because we don't need to cook so much of this food. But you know what? I really love it. I really, really love it. And
Thank
the
you.
viewers are so excited about it. They are so happy to have you come and teach us. You know, they have, let us look at some comments. You know, like Paul said, you know, I waste a lot of food. I'm so educated about this. And the rookie said, wow, hello here. Okay, I love your show. Very educative. Sister Joy is telling us, Mirabelle, you know, so she already left, but she was happy about the topic, you know, because a lot of people really want to know, you know, how to eat healthy. And also you just taught us how to go on even after the holidays, to be able to eat healthy and continue to eat the same food, because they are everyday food. But it's just that when it's holiday, we think that we need to cook so much, we need to, you know, enlarge everything. So it's not so. Eat what you can, cook what you can finish, and not just keep leaving the leftover. So we are very, very grateful that you come today. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you
to
for
our
having
show.
me. I
And
really
we'd like
appreciate
to have you come back again and again, because you bring so
Thank
much to the table.
Thank
So Miss Lillian, we want you to tell us a little bit of yourself, and then let us know where we can, you know, connect with you, because I mean, my guests, they really love you and they want to, you know, connect to your show. Give us your email, whatever we can get to you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. If you want to
Yeah.
put my name back there, Lillian and Hedy Gist. Hedy Gist.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I have a channel on YouTube. It's Hedy Gist, where I talk about different kind of dishes and things that you can eat that are very healthy. I haven't recorded for some time, but I'm back now to business. So I'm going to be having some new videos rolling up this week. On Facebook, I'm Real Lillian Emefiele. I do a lot of things there on my Facebook show. I have different guests that I bring on to talk about different issues. And I address a lot of different issues too, on a very real level, you know, without compromise or trying to paint it. So I do that. I'm a certified health and wellness coach and a mental health clinician. So in my new series that are going to be coming up, I'm going to be talking about a lot of things that we deal with also psychologically, emotionally, and otherwise. I'm going to be talking about all that. So follow me, Hedy Gist on YouTube, Real Lillian Emefiele on Facebook, and also Hedy Gist on Instagram. So follow me there. That's that's it. So, thank you all.
Technology, don't worry. This is Lillian Emefiele.
Thank you so much.
I tell you, it's clicking off.
Perfect.
Yeah, right there. Host of Healthy Gist. Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's who you are. So you told them your email, you're on your website.
Yeah.
Are you on Facebook, Twitter, and all those beautiful places?
Yeah, really,
okay, so you have it, you know, visit her on her YouTube channel, Real Lillian Show, on host of Healthy Gist, and she do a lot, like she has already told us that she does. She is one of those women that wear so many hats, and she do everything right. Do you need your computer fixed? Do you need your show going well? Oh my God, this woman would take your show and turn it into something else. She is the brain behind my, you know, coming on the network and everything. So she is Awesome. So, well, I want to say thank you, all my guests, for coming. Thank you for all my viewers for continually following me everywhere. I want to say a big thank you to all of you. My name is Blessing Chukwu. And if you want to follow me, which you all know where to follow me, go to YouTube and type in Real Blessing Chukwu Show. Real Blessing Chukwu Show, where we talk about religion, we talk about family and social life. And also, we help you to unfold your daily dreams. And on Sunday, which will be tomorrow at 10 a.m., we'll be coming back on Time to Connect. On Time to Connect is where we bring in the Word of God and show us how it relates to our daily lives. So join me tomorrow as we bring another topic on Time to Connect with me, Blessing Chukwu. Thank you so much. Continue to watch, continue to follow us. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. I am Blessing Chukwu. Like, share, and comment.
Bess Davis Show in the house. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, Bess Davis Show. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. Thank you, all of you. I want to just say thank you to everybody that was here. I want to say thank you, Bess Davis Show. You came late. We're about to go, but thank you. The most important thing is that you showed up. I hope you like what you were here. So go back and watch the show again, and you'll be blessed by it. Lillian is teaching us how to eat healthy and the best food to prepare for this Christmas season. Thank you and have a great and a wonderful rest of the holiday. See you all. Love you all. Love yourself and love each other. Remember, Jesus is the reason for the season. Mwah, bye. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you. We're going down now. Bye.